Hey y'all, welcome to Other Realm Studio. I'm Paula, and this is what I was working on last time. And I just realized that the dimensions for this are way too big. So that's going to be interesting to work with. So I do wonder if I'll be able to copy it onto an illustration board, I suppose, that is the right size and resize it. Or if I should just resize my canvas here. So, I mean, I can change the canvas size, but that'll crop out some of the image. So I have some news today. Today is my birthday. So it's been a really great day. I wasn't sure I would be able to do the art stream, and I may have to go ahead and leave and tuck in Miss Chaos, who has been, um, well, she's been delaying going to bed through any means possible, you know, as you do. Okay, so this right here, this is a weird looking thing. Um, hmm, let me see if I can select all and resize or scale down. And cut, and then go to this one and paste. Oh wow, it's still really huge. So yeah, I was working on a gigantic canvas, which is really good for comics because um, yeah, there's a it's a lot more forgiving when you work on a large thing and then shrink it down for print, but that might be a bit extreme. So I'm just going to experiment with this for a bit. Now look, this is still way too big. Okay, here we go. Select all. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't worry about doing this at this stage, but I actually do have a bit of an issue with not having left enough room at the top for a title. So, I've probably got the proportions off a little bit here, but I think we have just about enough room for a title now. And as I move the rest of the layers down or over, it should work. Now, I am sure that there is a much easier way to do this whole thing, but I don't know everything about Clip Studio. Okay, so I'm going to need to come way down here with it. I suspect that one of my birthday presents, which is yet to arrive, might be the second edition of the manual for Clip Studio Paint. Can I just copy the whole layer? I can. Duplicate layer, and then I can, this one's selected, so I can transform it down to here. Okay, let's line her up with her eyes. I know half of what I do is backwards from the way it ought to be done. That is surprisingly expressive and kind of weird. Okay, so I think I have this off a bit. And so, yeah, rebuilding this on a smaller board is probably not the best use of my time, but what can you do? Okay, let me see. Okay, so this one, I need to delete that layer, and then this one I can duplicate layer, take these out, scale it down to there, cut it, and paste, which still looks rather odd. Okay. You know, against all odds, I may have actually lined this thing up. Glad I consolidated my layers. Okay, well, for some reason, the bottom is a little shorter. Let's take a look. Huh, I don't know. It's a mystery. Let's see, I do think that the eyes are a little off. Yeah, they are. But I think I like the slightly different direction that they're looking. And I can blend that in. Okay, so this is at 350 dpi, so some of my really intricate work on the wings is lost. But it's okay because I still have my giant one right here. It's just invisible right now. So I do need to talk to my client about what else she needs done with this, and if she needs the standard, uh, Kindle size cover. But if she does, then I have the standard Kindle size cover on here. And of course, more room. Let me see. Yeah, so what I really wanted to talk about, which was not realizing that I'd done something rather wonky to this painting I've been working on. But I was just thinking earlier today just how absolutely grateful I am for all the people in my life and how my life's turned out. I always wanted to be a writer and an artist, and it's not as easy as just picking up a pencil and drawing things and writing things. I mean, as much as we wish that it was. It's being able to keep on doing that. When you can't help but have this feeling that it should all be easier. It shouldn't be so difficult to just create. But, anything that's really worth doing is a little difficult. Because if you want to excel at it, then you're going to push through and do the stuff that other people don't bother with. And, every year on my birthday, I have felt so disappointed in myself because I didn't do everything that I wanted to do. I mean, I did some things, but they weren't enough. Now, this year is different. And it's very strange because this year I did do the things that I wanted to do. I've written a book, an entire novel, and I really love it. I'm not at all tempted to just scrap it and forget about it. And that's kind of unheard of. And I finished my comic, or issue one of it. And as objectively as I can look at it, it's really good. It's a really good story. It has a solid arc. It's full of excitement and adventure and romance and psyche and all the things that I love. And I would like to think that I don't have terrible taste in reading. Okay, I'll go ahead and admit that sometimes what I like to read is trash. But everybody loves to read some kind of trash sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to work on the environment a bit on this one. Okay. Yak. Not exactly what I want here. Back it up. Okay, no, I don't want that in there. So yeah, for the first time in my life, I'm not disappointed. Hello, Heartless Spectre. How are you tonight? Well, could be worse. But today is my birthday, and it's been a really great day, honestly, which is just really different. I'm very happy that there is a change to how my birthdays usually go. The main change has been in my own perceptions, I guess. And also that I have done what I set out to do this year. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so we'll neaten that up a little. Birthday realm. Sounds like a good ice cream flavor. It's like birthday cake, but more uh, encompassing of the entire concept of birthdays. Well, I didn't really have time to. I didn't get in. I thought I might not be able to do a stream at all. My husband took me out to dinner, and it was very good. And uh, we got back home, and then, Miss Chaos didn't want to go to bed. I think she's still not in bed. So I'm going to have to go straighten her out in a little bit. Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong layer. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't have time to really fix my titles or anything. I'm just in here finishing up this piece and, waiting to hear back about some things. Okay. Put this back here. So I finally got around to. Yeah, I'm on the right thing. Huh. There we go. So I finally got around to moving this whole thing over and down to make room for the title at the top. And it ended up that I had to shrink it down a good bit too. I still have it huge on this side, just in case we still need the huge one. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot else to be done with the actual figure work. So I guess this is about that time. So I am going to be maybe a tiny bit sad to be finished with it. But on the other hand, my client's really excited to get it, so not that sad. Oh yeah, I did want to do a little bit more realistic texture in the hair. Maybe I could have waited to transfer it over till after that. No, I'm not though. Today has been absolutely wonderful. The only other thing that I could ask for is that it can continue. Maybe not this day. I'm not ready for a Groundhog Day scenario, but I would I would like to take a minute to remember, to be happy. And yeah, that's something that has not always been easy for me, as I've had issues with depression and anxiety, and I'm getting help for them. And it's kind of bizarre how good I feel. Do people just normally feel pretty decent all day? Hmm. So yeah, I've had a lot of people wishing me happy birthday. My kids have been extra sweet. So is my husband. And I get to be a writer and an artist. And I mean, there's still some things that I want to work on. I still I still want to do more. I'm not done just because I've got, one novel and a comic book. Yeah, I was really kind of surprised. I mean, I guess it really helps that Facebook sends out the reminder. Uh, Oops, what am I doing here? Okay, there it goes. But yeah, even though there's a lot that I still want to do, and I'm certainly not done, I do feel like I'm allowed to be happy at what I've gotten accomplished so far. Oh, hmm. I don't really know. Uh, this one I'm kind of waiting to hear back from my client about it. So I'm adding little details and bits of this and that, finishing it up extra, and doing a few extra experiments while I'm waiting to hear back. So I get to use it as practice a bit too. So I'm not really pushing to finish this on a deadline. Although I did one once in 5 hours. Let me see. Oh, and I had I had a little eye strain afterward. It was a marathon. Where is it? Let me see. It turned out pretty cute, but I think that I could have done a little more. But that one I was working on kind of a deadline for that. Where is it? Come on. So I wanted to put an ad in the there's a science fiction magazine, and it's called Kursova, or is it Sirkova? No, it's Kursova. Don't worry. Um, hmm, where did I have that thing? It's not there. No, it's not there. It's good to revisit your work. Hmm. And I can't remember what I called it either. It was, hmm, I wonder if I can scoot that up there. Or we'll put it on my upper monitor and see if that finds it. Ah, okay. Need to save here too. Alright. So it was a painting of a steampunk girl with goggles and the Victorian outfit. uh, and she had found little puppy Cerberus, which I thought it was cute. I'm gonna see if that shows up. And if it does, at least you'll get to see what sort of thing takes 5 hours. But yeah, it was interesting. It was a good challenge, but uh, eye strain. That wasn't very smart of me. I didn't take any breaks. I don't think I remembered to blink. It was pretty intense. But uh, after that, I kind of had a headache for the next 2 weeks, and then my husband bought me my wonderful, gigantic, and extremely dorky, but I love them, blue blocker glasses. And so ever since, I've worn them at the computer and tried to remember to blink. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, let me neaten this up just a little. Give her hair a trim. Okay, I like the texture of the hair a lot more now. So let's see, let's back all that out and find a good background color. Let's see. I liked how this one turned out. But it's kind of a combination of two colors. Okay, I do want to do a little bit more of a painted texture on the stairs. And over here on the handrail. Other than that, I'm about ready to call it done. Oh yeah, I have a few artifacts left over from copying over the layers. So some of those were not done as precisely as I really should have tried to do them. Hmm. Well, it's looking like I did not remember the name of the file that I was looking for. Because the search function has not turned it up yet. Whoa, that eraser was too big. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to do was fix the corner of the eye. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. I'll remember what it was called, and then I'll be able to look it up faster. Um, so it was a lot smaller dimensions than the way I started off this one. So I don't know. I have not standardized the time that I spend on these. But it's about time for me to go. It's been a bit of a longer stream for me tonight. And it is my birthday, but this is what I want to do with it. I want to draw and paint and make stories and art. And give people a way of, a type of escapism to a place where you would actually want to go. And that's what I'm about. But thank you for stopping by. And don't forget, check out my website at otherrealmstudio.com or check out my comic, Soulbound, about Becca Albright. She is a pragmatic med student suddenly flown between worlds to a realm of monsters, myth, and magic. Together with a sorcerously scarred warrior Torin, she must bring healing to warring nations and find a way home before her own time runs out. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, I was concentrating on tiny details most of the time anyway. Oh yeah, I need to do these fingertips. This other hand. I'm very happy with how these came out. Now I gotta make these match. And I hope you have a good night and a better day tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. Well, thank you for coming by. And I'll see you in the other realm. Good night.